stage the mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Bunny Ears Harmon.
Thank you. Happy Easter. Oh. What do you, what's the thing for Thanksgiving? It's about what you're thankful for. You tell everybody what you're thankful for. On Easter, is it like what you're relieved about? In the keeping with the Christian tradition of like, whew.
Well,
he's up.
It's a spring ceremony about that things are back in bloom. That Jesus is back in bloom,
is blossoming like a little flower.
Yeah,
he's ready to pollinate.
Yeah.
with his Christ pollen. It's a pretty. I think that's a pretty uplifting thing, isn't it?
You're reminding me right now of a movie I don't like, and I know that people here love it. Donnie Darko.
Oh yeah.
I don't like Donnie Darko, and you're reminding me of the terrible Nightmare Rabbit from Donnie Darko right now.
Well, okay, so I have ears on like that costume, so you're saying the rest of my face and body are like a blood-soaked, dirt-coated, creepy rabbit costume.
Precisely.
So when I'm not wearing the ears, you just think I'm like a creepy, gross, furry, bloody...
I think you're a lazy Donnie Darko.
I don't think the rabbit's name is Donnie Darko. And I don't think your hatred of the movie is valid if you don't know that. But check this out. Look.
What? You showing me a slightly off-center cottontail on your ass is not going to stop me from having more nightmares.
All right. But, of course, our audience is filled with jaded hipsters, so they already know that Easter is, of course...
Are the hipsters... What is a hipster, by the way? What is your definition of hipster?
A hipster is any person that you are projecting a bunch of your insecurities onto.
But couldn't those also be jocks and also like be hippies or like?
Yeah, I don't think that there's like people who present as jocks anymore in the millennium. So there's like everyone just calls everybody a hipster that they don't like. In Los Angeles anyway. I'm sure there's like archetypes in the Midwest still that, like you could go like that guy's a fucking tractor.
Dan, look out in our audience. Look out and physically make eye contact. Find what you would think of as a hipster.
They're all hipsters. No, if there was a jaded stand-up comic that came up here, he would call them all hipsters. I've been through this situation. Like Channel 101 kids were called hipsters at this open mic because they came to see me do stand-up instead of this other guy, and this other guy called them all hipsters. And it was like, we're nerds, you fucking hipster.
Yeah. I think we have like 100% nerds, no hipsters. Like what I don't see is hipsters wearing like ironic, like weird scarves for no reason. Like,
well, I mean, for instance, there's a razor fine line between nerd girl and hipster. I mean, if you're a nerd girl, how do you distinguish? Like if you're a guy and you see a nerdy girl.
Well, I would say there's a very definable line between nerd,
it depends if her glasses are
and
actually
nerd
prescription
hipster.
or if that's what it is. Like, I mean, if like if she takes off the glasses then walks into a wall, then she would okay, gotcha. She's a nerd.
Right. Just take our front row. Find a hipster in our front row, or admit they're all nerds.
Well, we got Lena Dunham here. She's definitely a hipster. Will you stand up and wave to everybody? You're the ultimate hipster. Lena Dunham, everybody.
She's a nerd. She's a nerd.
No, right. She's a nerd. Yes, that was very nerdy behavior. Thank you. No, where's this going? What's your end game?
I don't think there's hipsters here. I think we've all Harmontown. We never really went to the moon because we gave up on that premise a fucking good long time ago. But what we did do is we went to the moon of no hipsters, just nerds. Right?
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty drunk.
He said, nervously adjusting his bunny ears.
I mean, it's Easter. Jeff said, "Are we doing a show on Easter?" I said, "Yeah, sorry about that." And my assistant's Jewish. And Jeff said, "Well, I'll come, but I'm going to be pretty drunk."
Actually, I'm not as drunk as I would like to be. I drink a lot of rosé Greek wine at Dino's, but I'm not as drunk as I wish I were.
No. I think that's in the eye of the beholder. Anyways, I think Easter is, of course, based on the absorption of the solstice.
What does Easter mean for you? Like internalize Easter.
It's spring.
What's the point?
It's coming out of winter and into the time when the winter thaw and stuff. For my family, growing up as a Lutheran kid in Wisconsin, it was. We would dye the eggs and then we would hide the actual hard-boiled eggs. I found out that's not as common a thing. Like a lot of people hide the plastic eggs filled with candy. Makes more sense. Like what kid wants to find a hard-boiled egg? I did. I was like, I can't wait to find all the eggs.
When I think you and I are about the same age. It was always hard-boiled eggs. There were no fake eggs filled with candy. It was you found a hard-boiled egg.
But why? Why did you want to find them?
Because it was Easter.
I also associate Easter with my clearest memory about Easter is unfortunately for my mom. Like I remember waking up with my brother and walking into the living room, and there was this piece of typewriter paper with Sharpie pen note written on it that said Easter has been postponed. I think because somebody misbehaved the previous day, there was a big family fight or something. So we woke up and we were like, "What the fuck does postponed mean?" Yes. And my brother was like, "I think it means canceled." I was like, "I think it means delayed. I think we're going to have an Easter later." And then we had to force ourselves to go like, "Well, do we like Easter? Do we care if it ever arrives?"
Isn't the whole point of Easter that Jesus delayed it for 3 days before he?
Yeah, Easter. A good Easter is always postponed. Yes. Yes. Yeah. How ironic.
Jesus can't be on time.
Yeah. That's like somebody ruining Christmas by giving birth. To Jesus.
Right. To Jesus. Yeah. That's the only way to ruin it.
Or like if you're like, oh, Christmas is ruined because there's no room in this hotel. You know?
Or there's so much room, fuck it. Like... Why would you stay in a barn? There's room at the hotel.
All right. So I all right. Let's see what we got here. I don't think a lot. Oh, let me know in the booth if our special guest shows up.
We have a guest? Also, don't tell me who it is. I don't know that.
All right. Okay.
Dan?
Yeah.
Special secret? I'm a little drunk.
All right. Oh, so to go back to my thing, it's Easter, so what are you relieved about?
Why is it about relief?
Because when the people saw Jesus come out of the cave, I'm sure they're like, whew.
No, I don't think it's relief. I think it's a crisis. I think
maybe for a few,
for the Romans and the Jews, and everyone else. Like, what does this mean? It's a moment of crisis.
I don't think we celebrate Easter through the eyes of the Romans.
No, we celebrate against the backdrop of the Romans. The idea we helped a guy get killed, and then he's now where the fuck is he? We have to take on the word of a few people that he's risen. He actually rose from the dead, and that's not like. But only relief is not what's happening then.
For the good guys,
It's like what the fuck is happening right now? I don't. For the followers of Jesus, I don't think that they felt relief. They were like,
what do you think?
Oh shit!
Oh, well, what is that?
They killed our friend. Now he's gone. Now he's alive.
So surprise, pleasant surprise.
I don't think they said, "Oh, what a pleasure."
Okay, well, so Easter on Easter, you should ask yourself, what are you pleasantly surprised by?
I'm pleasantly surprised by you wearing bunny ears.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that this is a holiday that absolutely means nothing, including people that believe in the New Testament, the Old Testament, and any testament. It's really It's simply a spring ritual.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Well, isn't that kind of uplifting that that even the Holy Roman Empire, with all of its power, had to they're like, you know what, we can rule like by force with a lot of ways, but we can't keep these people on these equinoxes, these solstices. We can't keep them from knowing that the eggs are important. And so we got to just move Jesus's various thresholds.
The Roman Empire, I think about like 300 or 400 years before Caesar, like ruined the Republic. The Gauls, which is basically France, a bunch of barbarians, they called them, came in and took over and kicked a bunch of ass in Italy and went right to the gates of Rome. The geese flew off in the sky, and Romans worshipped the geese for hundreds of years after that, because the geese went honk, 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 and warned Rome that the fucking Gauls were at the gates, and they hated dogs because the dogs didn't bark. So for a couple hundred years, Dan, there was a ritual. There was a ritual in Rome while Caesar was in Gaul, and while fucking like Pompey and Caesar and all, like a lot of fucking mates, like Cato and Cicero and like people we know were there. They would.
Because Cato?
Cato, not Cato Kalin.
You said people we know.
There was a ritual held where dogs were murdered in the streets of Rome, and geese got to sit on golden pillows and watch it happen. So that's the backdrop of where Easter fucking happens, because it wasn't that. It was only about fucking 50 years later that Jesus was killed or was around and was dead.
Isn't it crazy that it wasn't too long ago when animals were like competitors to us? Like we were still kind of like on the same pop chart with them. So sort of like we were living in cities, but there was still like in the back of our heads there was like a threat that maybe we'd be living in Bear Town one day. They were like, better make the wall a little higher. Those fucking bears they got like look in their eye.
Rome was Wolf Town, so it's two wolves that fucking founded the goddamn thing, right?
Yeah, well, and Athens was just like a rocky crevice. It was just like people crawled up into some holes to get away from all the animals, Then they built the Acropolis on that. Like the whole foundation of Western civilization is just based on us being scared of animals and wondering why they're so much smarter than us. Like, why do they always know what to do? Like. God damn it! Every time we try to hunt something, the dogs get there first. It's a really uplifting story that we ended up having them as pets and stuff. It's sad that we at one point were so ticked off at them and like kind of still insecure that we had to slaughter them and stuff. It's a little sad. All right. So anyways, can we do a new segment called "My Wife Bullies Me"?
Yes, we can.
When you get married, it's time to get picked on by your wife for the rest of your life. She can make fun of you because it would be hard for you to just get up and leave. So all your shit is there, and you promised in front of God and her dad that you'd stay. It was Easter. Erin was coordinating things with Hoppytown, our Easter mascot, Hoppytown. I think you guys met out front. And she came down to visit me, and I was having a nice Easter with the Easter basket she made for me with all kinds of Reese's products in it, and I had put on a selection of music, and she. In a really roundabout way, like we call them chain zingers. Like a chain zinger is like if somebody's like taking your French fries off of your plate while you're eating, and then you go like, instead of just saying, "Hey, you're taking all my fries," you go like, "So where are you gonna deposit it?" And then the other person goes, well, "Deposit what?" And you go like, "Oh, your money. Don't you have a bunch of extra money now?" And they go, "What do you mean?" And you go like, "Well, because you're getting so rich now, aren't you? Like because you're saving so much money on blood pressure medication. No, what are you talking about? Well, don't you have like really low blood pressure? No, I don't think so. Well, then how come your sodium intake just seems to be so high? What are you talking about? You're eating my fucking fries. That's a chain zinger. So she came down and did a chain zinger. I'm not going to try to recreate it.
I want to hear more chain zingers.
They're not easy, and they become a thing unto themselves. Like, just try it with your loved ones at home.
So the person zinging you is doing a
They start 8 steps back, and they make you go, "What do you mean?" Like 8 times, and then they insult you.
Okay.
So she did one of those, and I'm not going to bother to recreate her chain zinger, but it just
God,
it
I wish
ended
you would.
because of the music I was listening to. She called me a gay drug dealer.
Wait, is that how she opened up the chain zing, or is that the payoff of the chain zing?
No, that's not how she opened up the chain zing.
I'm still confused about what a chain zing.
Well, I shouldn't have distracted you with that, but I didn't want to undersell her bullying of me. It's very sophisticated. I don't remember what her chains are. Her chains are a little sloppy. I don't want to try to recreate them. They're lame half the time.
Do you chain zing her, or is this only?
Yeah, I do.
So what would be you chain zinging Erin?
I don't know. They're hard. They're hard to do.
All right. Well, you're asking us to buy a premise that I don't quite understand right now.
I'm asking you to buy a cup of coffee. So my wife.
This episode can't be called Chain Zinger until you tell me what a fucking chain zinger really is. What's the meat and potatoes of a chain zinger?
All right, Jeff.
Yes. Dan,
Jeff, they
try and chain zing me on what I'm doing right now?
Okay, Jeff, are they removable?
What?
The tattoos.
Which tattoos are you talking about?
The ones that you get in prison.
The ones I got in prison?
Yeah, didn't you go to prison?
I've never been to prison. But
what happened after you hit that tree?
Which tree?
The one that you hit in your car.
I didn't hit a tree. What?
Aren't you an alcoholic?
No.
Wait. I tried to back into. It was. I don't want to do a chain zinger on command. They're hard. They're hard.
What's if I want to know what a fucking chain zinger is?
I just tried one. It was bad,
yes.
but I did one.
Give me a fucking historical chain zinger.
No, I don't keep track of them.
But you're grinding an axe about chain zinging.
All right. Okay.
We're not leaving this room until I fucking know what a chain zinger is.
All right. Is it hard for you to? Do your eyes hurt? Do your eyes hurt
currently?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but doesn't all the flash photography hurt your eyes?
When there's lots of flash photography?
When you do a red carpet.
Oh yeah. I mean, you asked me, is it possible where there's lots of flash photography?
You were in that movie recently,
right? That movie called.
Well, what, Lawnmower Man 3?
Yeah, right.
Because aren't you Job? Don't you have control over like time and space?
No, I was just an actor in that
Well,
film.
You're putting me on the spot. I kind of cheated with that one.
If by cheating you mean not accomplishing your goal.
Well,
broken chain zinger.
Yeah.
I want a chain zinger.
These are examples of chain zingers. Like, they're not good ones.
You mean that somebody's trying to moosh it to you over the long term? They're trying to get you, but they set you up. They force you through a series of hoops.
Yeah, you just make someone walk with you to the place where you slap them.
Yeah. Why was I in Lawnmower Man 3 though?
Because you were putting me on the spot.
If we call this fucking episode Chain Zinger, I'll fucking kill everybody in this room. We only get to call this episode Chain Zinger if Dan does a Chain Zinger and the audience knows what the hell he's talking about.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Okay, somebody come up on stage and chain zing Dan and prove to me what he's talking about. Precisely. Nobody fucking.
No, they're hard. They're hard. You gotta.
I understand the premise. I just want to hear a story about being properly chain zinged.
Did Let's Do It? Do you have a chain zinger? Is that what you said? Let's do it. Yeah. You get let him do it first. You come up and chain zing.
What's your name?
Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Yeah. We met 2 days ago.
Good to meet you.
All right.
Are you going to improv a chain zing? Are you going to? Do you have a current existing beef that you're going to zing Dan on in chain fashion?
No, it's half and half.
Okay.
Hey Ben, can I ask you? Do you
Here comes a bad chain zinger.
Do you find it difficult to move? Or aren't you part robot?
No.
Don't you have a speaker for a mouth? Because you're not talking to the microphone. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
I see that as a chain zinger, but I don't see that as a zinger.
All right.
I see the chain.
Okay.
Okay.
Our
Here's the chain zinger. Hey Dan.
Yes, Ben.
Did all those doves die?
What doves? What are you talking about, Ben?
Did all those doves die when you and Erin threw all that rice?
What rice did we throw? I don't get it. What do you mean?
At your guys' most recent wedding.
Yeah. We got married. What?
Yeah.
I mean when you and Erin got married to doing chain zingers.
Oh, because we love them so much.
Don't fucking. That doesn't fucking scan. It doesn't scan at all.
They're not easy to do.
I know. Give me one version where it works. I want to know.
No, because they're hard.
Well, then why bring it up?
What? Why bring up skateboarding? Skateboarding's hard.
Yeah, but if Tony Hawk came on stage, he could skateboard.
Right, but what's
a chain zinger?
We just made it up. It's like Tony. Someone had to put wheels on a board before Tony Hawk could ever be good at something. We're sending these people out into the world.
That person didn't think he was zinging somebody. He thought he was an engineer.
Jeff, can I ask you a question?
Only on one condition, Dan. That this is a fucking chain zinger. You can ask me multiple questions. You can ask me as many questions as you want.
Okay.
All right.
Does it get lonely being does it get lonely being so old?
How old?
Aren't you like as old as the universe almost?
Well, I'm a year younger than you are.
Well, but aren't you? You're not hydrogen?
No, I'm not I'm not hydrogen.
But you're at least.
I'm a mixture of different other atoms and stuff.
Oh, right. Okay, but so mostly water, right? Like, yeah.
I believe a certain high percentage of what makes up a human body is water.
Well, that would explain your slight negative charge.
Doesn't work. Doesn't fucking work. Wait, water is negatively charged?
It has a slight negative charge that's responsible for all life on the Earth. It's responsible for the capillary motion of water.
I'm sorry. Chain zinging. Now I get it.
I'm going to sit down.
Okay, thank you, Ben.
Ben, get the fuck out of here.
Anyways, my wife told me I had the musical taste of a gay drug dealer was the point.
See, that's just a zing. Why bring the chain into it?
I made a huge mistake when I did that, believe me. I do.
Why walk me down a primrose path?
I just didn't want... I felt like Erin would yell at me later if I characterized her as just coming down and saying, you sound like a gay drug dealer listening to this music, because, like, the truth is she was more creative about it. So I wanted to acknowledge that out of fairness, but you got very distracted, like a Jack Russell Terrier staring at a light socket
like
that you
English
think a bug went into.
Like an English bulldog, I got distracted.
Okay.
Why does a witticism have to make me go through a bunch of fucking weird hoops?
Nothing has to do anything. You're reverse Hitlering.
No, I'm Hitlering. Reverse Hitlering is a chain zinger.
What were you listening to?
What
She called you that.
LCD sound system.
All right, now I'm on her side.
Which she probably introduced me to. I was listening to a Pandora station based on LCD sound system. So there was, at the time, I guess... But you know what? That's a compliment, gay drug dealer, for music. I mean, what, like what are those guys? They're not... It's not like you get into your gay drug dealer's car and Willie Nelson's on the radio. Oh, Willie Nelson's great.
If I have to hear a stranger's music, I hope it's a gay drug dealer. That'll be good music.
That's that and clothes, too, right? Like, you'd want to dress like a gay drug dealer, too, I assume, if you want to be, like, au courant. All right. I mean, they're gay and they deal drugs. They're on the bleeding edge of society.
The bleeding edge?
Yeah. Yeah, the bloody, bloody edge. Okay, hey, listen, can I ask you a question?
Dan, you get to ask me as many questions in a row as you want.
Were you really hurt, were your feelings hurt?
Just recently?
Yeah, well, specifically when Bruce Wayne hurt them.
What are you talking about?
Well, when he came to your research facility at Wayne Industries and he rejected your inventions.
Dan, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Maybe in the history of my whole life, I don't think there's ever been a time when I have been more hurt while I was making Wayne Industries inventions, and Bruce Wayne himself came in, and he wasn't fucking digging it.
So you...
I don't know. I was fucking mortified. I was almost suicidally hurt when he came in and said, "Boo! I don't dig it. I don't like it."
And that's when you became the Riddler, right?
Oh shit! You're right. I never put those two together. I knew that one day I started becoming a supervillain and asked questions instead of giving answers.
That's why you're always questioning me.
Right.
You ruined my chain singer.
Dan, here's a riddle for you. Riddle me this. Is it hard to ruin a chain singer?
Well, no, it's not. You could. It's not hard.
Yeah.
No.
All you have to do is to.
It's not a magic trick.
Right.
If you do jumping jacks during it, you can ruin it. If you interrupt it, you ruin it.
I'm not allowed to really love chain singers as a premise or a concept.
What do you mean love them? You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to ruin them.
Do you love chain singers?
I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want.
Do you love chain singers?
I love chain singers.
You, my friend, have been chain zinged. No, you haven't. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing.
All right. Well, let's bring out...
No one comes out. We're going to fucking finish this.
Come on, you're going to want this guy to come out.
Who?
He's an old friend. We haven't seen him for a couple weeks. Curtis Armstrong's back.
Oh, shit! Curtis Armstrong!
Howdy!
Hello, Curtis.
Howdy! My God, it's so festive here.
Yeah, happy Easter.
Thank you so much. I wasn't even going to celebrate, and now I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
It's so
Were you raised religiously?
I was raised religious. I was raised Catholic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Easters were pretty heavy duty. Did you get up for the sunrise mass?
The whole deal. The whole deal.
So my wife couldn't remember because she was a daughter of a pastor. She still is, but she mentioned the sunrise mass thing. Yeah. But then also all the Easter hiding and stuff like that. But she couldn't remember what order they did them in.
Oh well, if you're serious, we did it. We did everything because we were just, we were Catholic and we did the whole services and all that. But the Easter eggs were just as big a part of it. But there are a lot of people that I know who were raised where that's like devil's work, is doing the Easter egg hunt, because it has nothing to do with...
Oh, well, that's kind of admirable. Yeah. I mean, from the Christian perspective...
I mean, you know what? If you're going to go for the religious part of it, you might as well go the whole way and say that Easter eggs are Satan's work.
I get aggravated by
because,
those...
technically, of course, it all comes from the pagans anyway. So,
right.
They...
Like the right-wing people who talk about the war on Christmas because we want to make it politically correct.
Right,
exactly. But they won't give up their Santa Claus. Like, they really need their Christmas tradition, but their Christmas tradition is based on a bunch of different shit.
Exactly.
It's like they think they're living in their little 20-year period. Well, nothing's allowed to change during that time.
It's like a big chain zinger.
I missed the chain zinger part. Yeah. I came in at the very end of the chain zinger part. Is there anything I need to know?
Nothing at all.
Okay, all right. It's weird.
You're so mad about chain zingers.
He said Mr. Kettle to Admiral Pot. You're mad about chain zingers. I'm overjoyed with them.
But I don't know.
Jeff's in his cups, as Chevy Chase used to say about himself on his voicemails.
I think I'm delightfully Easter drunk.
I think there's no negative things. I'm just warning Curtis that you're like a loaded gun.
It's a little different. He looks a little different this week. He does.
He has a glow or a sheen, depending on...
sheen.
Depending on whether you want to go
a Charlie sort of sheen.
That sort of déshabillé, as our friends the French would say.
I don't know that word.
Little ruffled, a little bit, just got out of bed look.
I put this together, Curtis. This represents a lot of work.
I'm sorry. I thought it was an accident.
No, I'm fucking high as a Georgia pine right now.
Those are high. Georgia pines are high.
Oh yeah.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I would try to fucking chain thing you. I don't know how to do it still.
Well, yeah, they're hard. You don't want to. They're not like easy. Like we wouldn't do a podcast about breathing. Like everyone knows how to do that. You do a podcast about macrame. That's hard.
I'm not leaving this building until you've done a successful chain zinger.
I would have to sit here in silence, like thinking, like it wouldn't be a cool thing to do. And the payoff wouldn't be that great. Like the chain zingers you just forget about them. I want you to forget about them. There's no joy to come from you knowing about them.
Okay.
I want you to turn away.
Deal.
All right. It could also be sort of a long-running thing, couldn't it? I mean, technically, he could think about it, and like in 2 weeks, it could come up, and then it's like a callback to the chain zingers.
Yeah, he could do like a macro chain. Yeah. Let me see what's on my little notepad.
What do you have scheduled?
Let's see. Gay drug dealer. Last Nights with Morgan Freeman and Clive Owen. Did you guys see that? It's like Game of Thrones fan fiction kind of movie. It's Morgan Freeman and Clive Owen running around. Swords.
No.
That's fine. It's called Last Nights, which sounds like it's like date movie or something, but it's.
Curtis,
sir,
you were away for a while. Where did you go?
I went to Las Vegas, and I went to Seattle, Washington. Were you there? You followed me back, didn't you? Yeah, I went to a Comic-Con in Seattle, and I went to a Supernatural thing in Las Vegas.
Awesome.
What was the supernatural thing?
They do these supernatural thing. You know, Supernatural is a show I do. It's one of the other shows I do.
Wait, I don't know.
One I do when I'm not here. I do another show called Supernatural.
I've heard of that show. I didn't know you were on it. You're on it as an actor?
I've been on it as an actor for about 3 years.
Are you
on and off?
Are you a werewolf or a vampire?
I'm not. I am the evilest creature ever. I'm an evil creature. Yeah. Yes. She knows.
What's the?
It's Metatron. He's a biblical character, actually. I'm playing a biblical. It's actually appropriate. It's Easter, and I play a biblical character named Metatron, who is or was the scribe of God. Metatron, for those of you who don't know, Metatron was the one who wrote out the Ten Commandments.
Whoa. Wait, so there was another guy? I thought
there was another guy.
Based on the movies, I always thought there was like a fire that came from the bush into the tablet.
No, his voice was the voice from the burning bush. That was Metatron, not God.
Oh, this is like a.
Metatron was the guy who did everything for God. He did everything that God...
This is according to what mythology? This is...
According to, questionable mythology.
This is this...
But he does exist, historically.
Is that in the Bible? Is Metatron's name mentioned?
Yeah, it's kind of the Bible.
Is Metatron's name mentioned in the Bible?
The Bible... No, not in the... I don't think it is. I think it's actually mentioned in, like, ancient Hebrew texts that are sort of questionable. But that's who he is. But everybody assumes...
So God didn't give it straight to Moses. It went through Metatron?
It went through Metatron.
And you play Metatron?
Thank you. Yes, I do.
It's the role you were born to play?
It is the role I was born to play. It's one of the most important roles of my career.
Huh.
I mean, if you think about it in terms of, there's, there's Booger and there's Charles DeMar, and then there's the scribe of God.
Right, yeah. In terms of function, yeah. You were assisting John Cusack, and then you're going to assisting.
And then you're going to God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal. So that's who he is. And God would transcribe what God said to the Israelites, and he would write it down or speak it. And that's what I do.
Why
Except that's not who he is.
Why is that not canonical in the Bible?
Well, I mean, all the cool stuff is sort of questionable. It's the what do you call it? It's the Apocrypha. That's what it's called, the Apocrypha, which is it's supposedly part of it, but it was sort of taken out by people because it was considered a little funny. Apocryphal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Apocrypha. Is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you. See, they all know. Yeah, but that was not who Metatron was. My Metatron, the Metatron I play, is the scribe of God, but he's also
Metatron hated Optimus Prime, right?
That was in my bio. The bio I wrote for Metatron. That's a callback.
I forgot to bring this up last week, and I don't know what to do about it yet, but I did want to remind myself to bring it up. Books for prisoners. All right, so I saw these guys tweeting about it. It was out of Seattle, actually. The organization is out of Seattle. So did you say hi to him? I can't remember their Twitter handle or whatever, but I gotta figure out how to coordinate something with them because they tweeted at me because what they do is they try to get books to prisoners. Which is already a very worthwhile goal. I mean, as fucked up as our prison system is, we have the largest prison population in the world, and we definitely do not rehabilitate them very much. We could definitely do that, and the idea that there's a shortage of books, that these people are inside prison, the people are asking for books while they're in there, they should be flooded with them. They should, because books cost nothing because the internet, and also because I think these guys, if they're sitting there going hey, sorry I murdered that person, I would like to start reading while I'm in here, they shouldn't be empty-handed. I don't know how much we can do about that. It does seem like a really focused, worthwhile cause in general. Maybe I'll put some elbow grease into it and try to help, but I wanted to mention it to our viewers, our listeners, viewers and listeners, because they specifically tweeted at me about D&D books because a certain percentage of their prisoners that seek them out are asking for D&D books. And they can't get a hold of those either. I mean, and it's like, my God, now not only are they asking for books, they're asking for books that would open them up to creativity, to the assembly of their own mythology, to making shit right in a way that doesn't involve, stabbing real people and stuff.
You're talking about like state and federal prisons that there's people are looking for books.
Yeah, I don't know all the details about it. I just know this charity is in Seattle, and I know that there are people that they just have this mass shortage of old D&D books, which it seems like this audience would have a surplus of. It seems like as if we found out there's a charity out there of people that don't have enough McDonald's wrappers. I'm not saying we're fat. I just mean it's just like for us, it's kind of like we got a lot of old D&D books, I think. So I don't know if we could have like a drive or something like that at some point, and like ship them like crates.
Can we ship one prison? And not trying to be silly. Can we pick one prison where we send all of those books to, and the whole prison just starts playing?
So it's like adopt a prison. It would be like the signs on the freeway.
We have to go out and find who the dungeon master of that prison would be, and then that prison starts getting really into fucking Pathfinder or Dungeon or D&D or.
It would be amazing to adopt a prison if one podcast adopts one prison and just starts fucking around like kind of like, okay, now we're gonna change wardens this week, and we just have like our favorite prisoners come on the thing. Like their whole prison system becomes like corrupted because it's based on podcast listenership and stuff.
Fantastic.
Curtis, you don't know you don't know this, but very early on, a long time ago, Dan and I think it was before we started recording this. Dan said, let's get together. Let's use Harmontown to find a dungeon master. Every week we'll use it what's the fucking so drunk. The show's like The Voice or whatever. We'll use our show to find the best dungeon master. The first week we found our friend Spencer,
right?
Who
I know. Yes.
And then we never looked any further beyond that. Why don't we find a prison and give them all of our D&D books, and then turn one prison into a giant D&D campaign? Is it possible?
Yes. I don't know. I think we'll start with.
Could we get one prison to be really into storytelling and into fantasy, and maybe save the world, and we bring them on the show, or we do a Harmontown. We do a Harmontown from that prison, like Johnny Cash.
Yeah. I want to do each week we have like a guest from an inmate from the prison who's like a year from parole, and they're eligible for early parole, and we kind of we give them a thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, we get a trustee.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I love this idea.
Like we pick their brain about what they did to go in, and then we're like, "What do you think, guys? You sound sorry to me." And then we just let them. I was like, guess what? You're not going home. Here's a tie instead of handcuffs.
I would love to go to an actual prison and actually do a D&D campaign there and play with them there, like come what may. And maybe that positively would affect their parole hearing. Like the guy was so good at committing to his elf character.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine if you, If I'm sure if your average parole board overheard a game of Dungeons and Dragons, they'd be very impressed and want you out in the public immediately. Speaking of, let's bring Spencer out.
Spencer!
Yay!
Spencer Crittenden, everybody.
Sorry, everybody. That took me a while. Did I miss a high five opportunity there?
It's easy because you're going that way, and I'm over here.
Yeah.
Spencer, your high fives are built in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good to know. It's just because you had a pen in your hand.
Are those flowers blocking anyone from seeing your beautiful face?
Doug's fine.
I think we should strike those, as they say in the theater.
Now I can't see Spencer.
All right.
Yeah, just put them down there.
Put them in front of Dan. What's up, you guys?
Spencer, could you picture yourself going to like San Quentin or Folsom Prison, like Johnny Cash, and doing a giant game mastering session?
I was back there. I was just imagining, walking into like just the big prison, and then there's like a prison Spencer who's like, he has his lair or whatever. He has it all figured out, and he'd be the dungeon master of the prison, and we'd meet up and we'd have a whole day of it, and we'd learn we were really alike, and maybe we'd even like trade places, and he'd go to my house and my job and stuff and kill animals, and
because that's what you do.
No, because he's a prisoner.
Oh. What would
and
you
all
do?
Prisoners murder animals.
What would you do in his place in a federal prison?
I'd frolic. No, I don't know. It'd probably be much less entertaining for me, I'd imagine.
Oh, it's Books to Prisoners at B2P Seattle. B2P Seattle is their Twitter handle.
B2P.
I'm going to continue to. They were sending me information. They have these letters that they tend to get. They sent me a picture of one of them. I don't think I can read that because of all the swastikas. Just kidding. Prison humor. Whatever they had to do in there to survive, that's what you had to do. Now I'm going to turn my back on you. I don't know if that would really be that would probably be really offensive to people whose charities like they just put all this work into like furnishing these people, and then you just like kind of do the swastika joke. It's just like every prisoner movie. You say if you're a white guy in prison, you have to be.
Do you think,
Nazi.
Dan, like on the Harmon tour thing that we did a couple years ago, we went around the country and proved that Harmontown audiences are. Like they resemble each other. Like they're a lot like you guys here. Do you think that we could go do a show in a prison and people would dig it?
I don't know. I kind of like I had a wake up call because I'm trying to use Lyft instead of Uber now, just because I feel like I haven't met a woman in Los Angeles that doesn't have a story about that starts with I called an Uber. Like if they're riding by themselves, it's out of hand, and I feel like Uber's not that bad for me, but it just feels like. Now I feel dirty like taking Ubers, so I took a Lyft and it made me feel better because like I don't know, the guy was like definitely probably would have treated my wife with respect if he picked her up, but then again he had his own podcast and was just talking about that, and I was like, take me back to the Uber.
I told Lyft. I told him. I talked to Mr. Lyft. I told him you need to put a switch. Or if you flip the switch, the driver doesn't fucking talk to you. It'd be so easy.
I think that's called getting in the back seat, maybe.
No, well, that's what they that's a new thing. They didn't used to have that. They just always you'd sit in the front and then you'd talk. And then so many people were like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
That they invented this back seat. You could program a switch. It'd be so easy. It'd be done.
That's a good idea. Like a little switch. Like I'm not feeling in the mood for conversation.
Yeah.
What kind of pressure would that put them in though? If you like, then you're deliberately not hitting that switch, and then they're like, now I got to talk to this fucker. Then it's like those barber conversations where like 10 minutes into the haircut, they're like, so how's your day? They hate you.
This is astonishing. I just took a Lyft just last week. And it was the same guy. I swear to God.
With the podcast?
All the way to the airport, he interviewed me. And, I mean, it was one of those...
It wasn't this guy, was it? I got a business card.
No.
He told me to give this to you, and I'm not kidding.
Well, it's all right.
For all I know, it's a good podcast, but...
Yeah. Yeah. No, this was exactly the same thing. I think it's and this the questions went from subject to subject, and the fewer words I responded, the more he would ask questions. So it was not like he was getting the fact that I didn't want to talk. It was like a cue to ask more questions.
Well, they hire the drivers based on conversational skills, and they do expect them to talk to you consistently the whole ride. It's part of what like their business.
That's
model
not true, really, is it?
No, it is. That's one of their selling points is they have these conversationalist drivers. Yeah, that's part of their marketing.
I thought I was just lucky that I got one just like yours.
They're quite pleasant.
How do you
if
think
you're
they
into
vet
it.
for that? Do you think they take them on test drives?
Well, they do a lot more work than Uber does to vet their employees. I'll tell you that. I mean,
sure seems that way. Yeah.
Yeah, because they do. They make sure that they're people that are like social and can sit and talk and not make people feel weird. I think.
The reason I brought that up is because Jeff asked, "Do we think we could do a show for a prison?" And I was like, I think yesterday I would have been like, "Yeah, man," because I'm like egalitarian, like awesomeness. But my Lyft ride over here, I was like, you know what? I don't like most people. Even the ones that like me, even the ones that have podcasts, even the ones I don't like you. I don't like you. You're laughing too much at the Hustler billboard. I judge you. I hate you. I don't. The guy was like, he saw the Hustler billboard and it had like a joke on it. It's like a cucumber and it said stop violence against vegetables. Shop at Hustler. And the guy, I'm not exaggerating. This was the guy's response. He's like driving and he was like, oh, shit. Oh, fuck that billboard. Stop violence again. He read it to me. And then he's like, oh, shit. Oh, like, and I was like, trying to like scrape my laugh gland. I get it, because you stick something else in your pussy. I get it. So, don't put a cucumber in your pussy. I got it. Cucumber wants you to use something else. Maybe a dildo from Hustler. Got it.
I just got that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Spencer?
Me too.
You have been chain-zinged.
I hadn't gotten that.
We should bring out my wife, Erin McGathy. Oh, it's Harmontown. Oh, Harmontown. Oh.
It was me the whole time.
Sorry, go ahead.
Jeff.
Yes.
Do you get nervous? Do you get nervous when you walk across grass?
Am I about to be chain-zinged?
Just do you get nervous walking across grass?
Generally, no. I like walking across grass.
Really? You're not worried you're going to disappear?
Just walking across like a field?
Yeah, because the color. I would think that you'd be afraid that you would just disappear in the grass.
Because of walking on green grass.
Let me ask you something else. Do you have any new news from your cardiologist?
I've never seen a cardiologist.
Oof. I mean, you should, because I heard it's really small.
My dick?
No, your heart. Aren't you a Grinch who hates all joyful things, including chain singers?
It's 9/11. It's 9/11.
9/11!
That's the response we want to cultivate. It's 9/11.
That's a chain zing? Because here's the thing. That's not.
Now it's 9/12.
It's not a zing. Why is that a zing? I see the chain part of that.
It's a jovial thing. Like earlier, Dan was listening to the band Sleigh Bells remixed. Sleigh Bells is a band I like, and the song I even liked. But and I do not hate gay drug dealers at all. But it's a jovial thing. It's a fun.
Wait, so me
thing.
walking across grass means I hate all jovial.
No,
joy?
because the Grinch is green.
That doesn't fucking scan. It's not a fucking thing. It's also
maybe it's not for
It's not a
you.
zinger. The chain zinger at the end, you go kaboom. Yeah. Also, I feel like a zinger should actually just zing on the first fucking try. It doesn't need to be a chain.
But
it's
our thing. It's so fun.
I want to hear
what
actual proof of it.
Yeah.
Okay, look, you guys keep chain zinging each other and leave me the fuck out of it.
I feel like
no choice.
I feel like
Stupid.
gay drug dealers would be most dangerous. You know?
No, of course they are.
Because they have the efficiency of like that whole, gay aesthetic way of life, and they're applying that to a very dangerous profession where, image is very important, and thinking or saying the wrong thing could mean death.
Yeah, I think you're doubling
Spencer.
down on your environmental risk groups too for sociopathology. I mean, there's a kid from the Midwest who came out and his parents didn't accept him. If that's why he started drug dealing,
Yeah.
also whatever makes you a drug dealer, whatever it could be the nicest kid in the world, but it also if you got stabbed by a gay drug dealer, you're on the 8th stab, you'd be like, well, I guess. I don't know if he was more likely to stab me than a straight drug dealer or a regular gay man, but I know I shouldn't have gotten in this car. With Campbell.
I was driven by an Uber driver once who told me that he was narcoleptic and that he can't walk upstairs without falling down the stairs. And I still don't understand what he meant, but he's like, oh, well, stairs. I can't have. Oh, he said your house, so many stairs. I can't have that.
Yeah, and you kept telling him to go to a doctor, and he was like, no.
No. This is my quirk. That's not what he said. But Curtis, do you like music?
Do I like
music?
Music. I love music. Yes.
Don't fuck.
He's getting
you're
chain
about to be chain synced, motherfucker. Watch out.
I'm open to it, actually.
Here's my problem with chain singing is because just zing somebody. Just say it in fucking one go.
Curtis,
why walk me down the road?
Curtis, do people ever get frustrated by the noise?
Of my music?
No, just the noise of your body when you enter a room.
This is going to pay off so
Sometimes.
big. This is going to be a fucking payoff.
Sometimes.
Great showmanship, Jeff. You're rapper.
You fucking show me how this is showmanship, what you about to do. The fucking...
Jeff?
Yes.
I'm talking to her.
See now,
I just mean
Curtis, what you just did is a zinger, and that actually works on one fucking pass.
I mean, that's what makes us a chain singer. So
Okay.
by your rapper.
By my rapper.
I mean, because you're so sweet, you must be made out of candy.
A chain
Not
snuggle.
a zinger, and just took long to say something nice.
That was great.
Just say.
I didn't
just
know
say
where that
you're
was going
sweet
at all.
Wait, what's Jeff's problem with chain singers?
It's fucking stupid. It's fucking worthless and stupid. It's
But
really dumb.
Why though?
Are you about to chain sing me?
No.
Because dragging out a bad zinger over fucking 17 sentences is not as good as just saying something funny.
Well,
That's a zinger. And that's why that's funny. It's funny to go, that's right, sister. Like that's funny.
It's a loving.
Can I ask you why? That's stupid.
I still want to hear why Jeff doesn't like him. I feel like...
Because I have yet to be entertained by one.
Okay.
Well, they're not.
Spencer,
they're not for
chain sing me.
you.
Chain sing me, Spencer. Or chain sing anybody in the building.
Okay.
And make it worth my fucking money. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. The problem with chain singers is you got to start by working backwards, and then you got
And slowing down the fucking payoff, which is just say something witty. Just say something witty.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing, is that you're delaying the payoff.
Right, and then the payoff is really not worth all the fucking stretch.
It's
Yeah,
another
it's
way
like
of
an
saying
anti-joke.
I love you, because it's never a
don't-
mean thing that's said. Really,
I feel like
It's
it was
about
pretty.
feeling nice and
It was pretty mean when you said
Look.
he had the music tastes of a gay drug dealer. That seems mean. That doesn't seem loving.
But that's a bit that Dan and I have with us is that.
So it's not,
I make
that's
fun
not a
of-
chain sing.
No, it was still a chain zing, but I'm saying that it's not an.
You know what
insult,
zing
it's
means,
a-
right? You know what a zinger is.
I feel like it is an insult.
Do you
even
know
if
what a
it's in
chain
love.
zing is?
No one knows what a fucking chain zing is. It's that you don't fucking know. It's like
I feel like Jeff
Just
is
say
like the
something
equivalent
funny.
if you were mad at slip and slides for not being like
Yes.
subways.
Yes.
Just take it. Just get in and put a token in, and then you show up. Take me to work. Take me to work. Why is my lawn wet?
If I want to go somewhere,
It's a
why
fucking,
do I have to get
the
wet?
only thing funny about that, Dan, was you fixing your rabbit ears while you did that bit.
That's not the only thing. That's but we're not here to figure out what's wrong or what's right
just don't
about
like-
anything that any of us are doing.
Jeff, do you remember a couple Easters ago when we all flew kites?
It was the best.
It was very fun.
It was great. Thank you, Erin. That's a nice thing to say. The end.
What if Jeff just said the end after every sentence I ever uttered?
He's like,
What if I said the end and it actually was the end? That'd be fucking paradise.
What? Like if you what do you mean? Like you want to leave?
No.
He's saying he doesn't want me to say anything.
Chain singers don't fucking work for me.
That's noted. Like that is
Because what doesn't happen in the chain singer is that there's no zinging at the end of the chain.
What happens in your criticism of chain singers? What's the payoff?
Only the end of chain singing.
Well, that hasn't happened yet, but
Sadly, no.
like in terms of the amount of verbiage that goes into something versus the amount of entertainment that comes out of it, how does chain singing compare to your criticism of it?
I think they completely cancel each other out.
No. I'm miserable because of your totally needless hatred of something stupid.
And wait a minute, can I say something?
Yes.
You know what? She gave me a chain singer, which was really nice.
Right. It was a compliment.
And it was a compliment, and she said it with a smile, and then she gave me a hug. And she could have gone on for half an hour, and I would have been fine with that.
Thank you, Curtis.
I agree with that. I love
I'm an
that.
angel.
Curtis,
I'm the Easter bunny.
You're
Dan, you also know that my fake hatred of chain singing is only fake hatred. I just don't quite understand.
I don't know about that.
very convincing. The King of the Nerds is over, right?
It's over
we saw
for
the last
another
episode.
season, yes.
What's his name? Won.
What's his name won? God bless him. Jonathan won.
Did we talk about
our first male?
But isn't that interesting though that this was the first male winner? But and I can't remember if we talked about this. But is this the first season? I'm sure this has happened on other reality shows, but this one began with the girls.
Yes.
Immediately, making a macro alliance,
Right.
almost exclusively across gender lines, like excluding only two girls.
Yeah.
And it was really effective, and they just squeezed the
Well, for
guys
a
out
while
like
it was,
toothpaste.
yeah, that's true.
And the guys, to a man, all of the guys were eliminated with absolutely no idea that this was going on.
That's right.
It was like this biological phenomenon that just went, and they just squeezed the testosterone like popping a zit.
Pretty much.
And then, but the
Except
one guy that they let into that fucking alliance.
They let in two.
Oh, it was the other guy?
And the other guy, they wound up competing against each other at the end.
Which was so biological. It was like they
It
might as well
was.
have been like those horned rhino beetles, you know?
Yeah.
It was like trying to throw each other off of a twig while
Yes.
these women watched.
Yeah.
But I just think that's very interesting. That was the first season that I had seen that happen, where the girls just did this really effective thing that almost threatened to kind of destroy the show.
Well,
it was so simple.
I know. That was the thing that I loved about it, was that these women got together and they wound up letting a couple of guys in. But before they let the guys in, the idea was cross-team alliance to keep men out.
Based on the very
I thought
practical,
was
simple
awesome.
solution, which is that women built in, like they're in the women's bathroom together, and
Right.
they're like
right.
they have that time together, and no one is going to suspect anything is off kilter if
Right.
all of them are gone for a half hour and
Exactly.
all come out at the same
and
time
it's
because
a
we don't
really-
know what goes on in there.
It's a super smart, objective alliance technique, because you can just say, well, it's just women because we're women, not because we don't like you or anything.
Yeah, if
We
you
just
did that
made
with
this
any other
decision.
quality, any other attribute
Yeah.
genetically,
Right.
like you would be in
It's
big
just
trouble.
the fairest skin.
Yeah, it's just the tall people.
nothing
We
to
don't say
do-
like the short people gotta go. Or,
That's all it is. It's not personal.
But mind you, as effective as it was as a strategy, two men wound up competing, and one of them
Yeah.
Right,
actually
'cause
won.
they did it-
so
they
there
didn't
you are.
stick to
And it
Yeah.
was the first male
And
winner.
The one woman who was left out of the alliance was one of the final four. So it really it was a strange series of things, but I loved it. I had a great time.
It was a
this
great season.
It really was.
We really loved Colby. Like the guy
Colby
was
was great.
such a
Really
fascinating
Colby.
archetype. He was like if a hack white writer wrote like a magical black reality show contestant.
Yes.
Because he was there. Like the reason he was a nerd is because he grew up in the streets and wanted to make his
Chicago,
mom
yeah.
happy.
yeah,
And
now he's a math teacher.
And he was a teacher, and I knew all the students were watching. I was like, every single
know.
thing he said, it was like, wait, did William Goldman write you? I don't mean William Goldman's a hack. I didn't mean that. I mean, he wrote Good Will Hunting and didn't even take credit. Like Colby was like, he had that mood shift where it was like, I don't know how much of this is editing, but like, he felt betrayed at one point. Like they put him up like on this to sacrifice him, and he never really recovered from that emotionally. It looked like
he was odd. He had an odd feeling with the rest of them because he really, he wanted to be there obviously, and he'd done Jeopardy. He'd won Jeopardy like 3 times or something. So the guy has obviously had experience, but it's unusual when they get into Nerdvana. It does weird things to
one of the
people.
most outrageous the thing that had me like clenching my fist and yelling at the TV was the moment when he came back. They had tried to kill him and failed. So now he comes back, and there's always that weird thing in all reality shows, like, oh, you tried to slit my throat, and your knives didn't work. So let's play Parcheesi. But it was really I found it really culturally fascinating that here he is sitting there, a little dour, not totally willing to play improv Star Wars with them.
My read was that he was over it because there was kind of like a cliquey group sex vibe a little bit.
There was that too.
And that's when they all started in
I'm
with
over
this thing that drove me a little crazy where they were like...
they were drinking, and he wasn't. He wasn't one
They
of the
started
drinkers,
playing the nerd card in order to try they're like, come on, we're all nerds. It's like, yeah, we're all nerds, but betrayal's betrayal.
Well, and then they were talking...
we all know what it feels like to be picked on and kicked on. But you less so right now at this particular Ides of March.
And then they became like the bullies on the bus when you were a kid that were like, you've showered. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We're all... And then it's like the worst bullying.
I thought that was a really interesting... the show continues to fascinate me because, again, they're like, it's real nerds. They actually they... And the reality show shit is all the same, but it reveals more honest stuff than just this Barbie doll broke in this way and this one broke in this way. It's I like watching those dynamics.
Oh, thanks.
That heavy fella that had the nervous breakdown was comparing himself to Ra's al Ghul. It's using Ra's al Ghul as a mentor. He's like, look, here's the reason I'm acting this way because Ra's al Ghul would do this and that. I'm like, well, but okay. Batman hates him. Anyways, you should watch it. It's what is it? They can watch it on demand or something.
You can watch it on TBS on demand, or you can watch it on iTunes, I think.
And can we just check in about? Do you want to just we'll just bump it and glance off? But the topic of how Bobby's doing.
Bobby Carradine. Bobby Carradine was in a big car accident in Colorado the week of the last episode. So it was kind of distressing. He seems to be on the mend, however,
which is absolutely a miracle given
what that car looked like. Yeah. No, he's on. Thank you.
Well, that's good. And his wife was in the car.
Yeah, she was fine. Believe it or not. She walked away.
Man,
there was nothing left of this car.
The way they design those things.
If you see the picture of the car, there's nothing left of the car.
And we're on the verge in our lifetime, I think, unless actuarial tables are correct. In my lifetime, we will see self-driving cars. We will see a kind of Google grid of cars that take you I don't know that they won't have a steering wheel, but we're going to see this happening. And the big question that Spencer and I have, we've been talking about it, is once that starts happening and it has this incredible impact on the amount of car accidents that happen. Are they going to start making cars out of paper? And are they going to it'll be interesting to watch human society to decide well, what about these 2017 safety standards that we keep jacking that up and playing this game of insurance claims versus fatalities versus statistics versus traffic. If we were able to switch over to a system by which cars got in relatively few car accidents, would we immediately drop all that shit and then make cars really unsafe? so that the handful of times when a computer crashed a car, like it was this horrible human sacrifice on the altar of Skynet. But everyone just looked the other way. They're just like, well, we all got to go to work. So our two paper cars like crumbled into each other, and there was just skull against skull. I don't know. I wonder if they're going to do that, or if they'll keep making cars out of like, these cages with these air balloons and stuff in a sophisticated way. Because it's very impressive what we've come to so far.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Poor taste for me to talk about it right now. All right, so, but it was on my mind.
Thank you for asking. No, he's doing well. He's doing well.
That's fantastic. All right, so look, I mean, I think we didn't accomplish that much last week.
I think we might have only crossed the street last time.
We gotta get DeMorge up here.
DeMorge Brown,
come on.
So we, for the first time in a while, we have a full complement of our Shadowrun cast up here. I love it.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Fantastic.
I was very excited last time because, remember, Jen was here?
Yeah.
The woman you called up. Is she here? She's not here tonight, but she was here last time. And I finally got what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, really? What do you...
Just from watching her.
You're supposed to,
ask questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you can ask anything you want.
I know. I never thought about asking questions until she said, can I do such and such? And I went, oh, my God, I should have been asking that.
Spencer loves that.
Well, I know. I'm going to do it this time.
Yeah, I love questions.
I watched last week's show as it was happening. I would kind of like to do my character as Julia doing
she was interesting.
Yeah. I saw her in line earlier when I had my big mask on.
Is she here tonight?
She is.
I'm not sure who. Can you guys
tick top and pass the rest down? It's always been that way.
Julia, how are you feeling?
Yeah. Julia, what are you on right now? Nope. All right.
All right, Spencer, do we have a guest author of the recap?
Yeah, but I can't remember who it is. It was someone on Reddit. I'll get you back, Reddit guy.
Should we just give it a try?
Downvote.
All right, Spencer, take it away from an anonymous recap author.
Sorry, Reddit guy. I'll say it was Frack. Last time on Harmontown Shadowrun, Mercy O'Donnell went into the Burger Tyrant. All right.
That's it. That's how much ground we covered.
I'm sorry.
Let the punishment fit the crime. Because we didn't do shit.
She had like a Carol Burnett laugh. She had a very delightful laugh. But yeah.
Can you laugh?
Like that.
Oh shit.
I enjoyed her.
She was a delight. She was like a pine tree air freshener on the hanging from the rearview mirror of the stage.
She was like a beautiful hot air balloon.
Spencer, she was going in there to meet. Was it Anthony Spazzulli?
Arturo
Spazzulli.
Spaguli.
Sorry, my writing is wow. So we're meeting Arturo Spaguli.
Yeah.
Or
Mercy's in there.
Is, okay.
You guys are outside, actually, just kind of waiting for her.
Okay. I have a snack. I don't know what am I doing? I have made a mistake. Someone else do this right now. Okay. Come on. I'm high. I'm sorry. I'm high. Okay. I would like a hot dog. Wink.
Can I veto this?
Yes,
okay.
you may. Okay. That was my ode to Julia as Mercy O'Donnell. Let's get drunk after, girl. All right. Hi. I'm sorry, what am I doing?
You're standing in a burger tyrant.
Right, and I'm looking for this guy's.
The plan was for you to go in and just lure this guy out using the oldest weapon in the business.
Right. Hey.
Old Smith and Saxon.
Hi, young man. I know you hear this every day, but me and it's my girlfriend's bachelorette, and our stripper didn't show up, and we would never ask you to strip, but a couple of the girls have a crush on you. Could you just come out and take a picture with us quickly for a second?
Arturo he's wearing a fine Italian suit and stuffing burgers in his face. He's holding a burger in each hand. His hands are full of burgers.
Looks like
he barely seems, bothered by the words coming out of your mouth. He's like, "No can do, honey. Sorry." He's like,
Okay, I'm going to use con.
I think you already were.
All right. How about negotiation?
Okay.
All right. Hey, look. You come outside. I'll give you a kiss on your balls. One single kiss.
You see, now we're playing Shadowrun.
See, Julia, that's all you had to do. That was your crime, was not doing that.
Just walk in and offer a ball kiss.
Look, I'm a classy lady. I just have this thing with kissing anonymous balls. Just come outside, and I'll just give you a little kiss on the balls.
I'm kind of busy. Give me 20 minutes. I'll be right out.
Man, this guy's just like me.
Is that a process?
What?
Is it possible?
He's like you in what way? When someone says kiss your balls, you say give me 20 minutes?
Can I use perception to see like why the delay?
What?
Can I use perception to understand like why he doesn't want his balls kissed immediately?
You see. You don't see a reason why he doesn't want his balls kicked.
Yeah.
Kicked. I'm kissed.
Is it possible that from a distance I might cast a spell?
Yeah. If you can, anyone you can see, you could probably cast a spell at.
Might I enter the room? I enter the room.
Okay. You enter the room, and the guy, he drops his burgers and draws 2 pistols. The fry cooks each draw a pistol and point him at you guys. They're like, "Get the fuck out of here, boy." Sorry, that's rude.
Oh, well.
I'm sorry.
But Hordegard is Swedish, right?
No.
There's black people in Sweden.
Well, that raises the question: is Hordegard black?
I don't know.
Is Hordegard black?
Absolutely not.
Then it's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine.
The problem of being a boy is that I am tiny and short, and I have certain possibilities that I might
boyish.
Cannot wait for the awkward
need to be
conversation between Spencer and DeMorge
I
later.
feel like it's happening right now.
Given the landscape that you have left out, I believe shouting at me that I can see you, and given that I can see you, perhaps I can cast a spell.
All right. What do you want to cast?
A spell of stupidity in which you are open to suggestion.
Can I
Is that a real thing?
Yes.
Can I pull Hordegard aside for a second?
I'm standing.
We're in the middle of a move. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good 10, 15 feet off, and there's like 4 guns on the guys. So
Okay.
I don't know. You could do something, but it might.
Might I cast a spell of susceptibility then?
Is that a spell that you have?
That just makes you more hurt by things?
No. It makes the subject more susceptible.
Oh, sorry.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
Could I cast a spell and put him into a complete troll skin?
Wait, what?
A troll skin. It's armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the doctor.
I think you have troll skin. I don't think you could give people troll skin.
No. According to, excuse me, but But according to this, I can. Well, maybe it is me.
Yeah, I think it's you.
Is it under Armor? Yeah.
Troll skin. Never mind.
You can put it on and run in front of it.
Seriously, is there a susceptibility spell? I don't mean to. If there is, you could do it.
But I've heard of it. But however, let's try this. Let's not
just making up spells.
No, this is one that I've read of.
Is it on your spell list?
No, it's not.
It has to be one of the spells that you know.
I don't think it is.
Understood.
Are you trying to cheat at Shadowrun?
Might I use? No. What?
I would like to cast Turn Everyone into Pillows.
I don't think that's a spell you have.
Might I use a mind probe to find what his resistance is to the face that no one can resist?
Who? The guy with the burgers?
Guy.
Mr. Burgerface.
Yeah. Okay, so fun fact, casting a spell, it takes some time, and if you cast a spell, people will know you're casting a spell, and casting spells also causes, like, apocalypses and people's heads to explode, so it might be like really a threatening thing to do.
Right, but the mind probe.
Mm-hmm.
But he's saying, like, they've got their guns on you, and they told you to get the fuck out. If you cast a spell, it's the equivalent of pulling a gun out. Like, they might shoot you.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe do more good for me.
So
all
we want is to get Arturo Spaguli out of there. Mercy O'Donnell asked, "I'll suck your dick or lick your balls."
I will
he loves
kiss
burgers.
Your balls.
I'll kiss your balls
a single time. He said he'll be out in 20.
He said, "Give me 20 minutes." Should we just wait him out, or should we?
Yeah.
All right.
20. Yeah. Let's wait him out.
Well,
Can we just cool our heels for 20 minutes? Or
well,
should we,
I mean, yeah, like, hey, Hordegaard, get out of
Is
there.
it possible that I might order a burger?
Not.
That's possible.
Which given might take 35 minutes or so.
You go outside and you leave your weapons outside, and then you come back and you get all the burgers you need, my friend.
I require one.
Okay. Even that amount.
I get in the comm link and say, everybody, let's just bide our time. 20 minutes. Mercy's going to kiss a couple balls. We're going to get Arturo Spaguli out here. We'll take him. We'll get the money. That's going to be good. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I apply a lot of chapstick.
Is Curtis's character in the car with me?
Yeah.
I'm still there. Yeah.
All right, dialogue break.
What?
So, haven't been on a lot of shadow runs with you.
Well, these always make me very nervous, the shadow runs.
How does a man of medicine become such a destructive force?
That's the problem, is I figure sometimes I try to resist, but sometimes I have powers, and it's more than I can do to control them.
You go on shadow runs to exercise your powers?
I go on shadow runs in case anyone else is hurt. That's my job as a doctor. But sometimes, when we get into these kinds of situations, I do have powers that I lose control over.
Like that agony spell?
I was just thinking about that one.
I remember
because
that.
I was thinking that if there's a problem in there, I may have to use the agony spell, which goes against all of my rules as a doctor.
Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted because, I want this one to go clean, but really loved you casting that agony spell.
I wanted to do the troll skin, but I wasn't allowed to.
I don't think
so
that's
now I'm going to have to do the agony spell.
Yeah.
Ready?
No, you're going to do it now?
Yeah.
No, don't. No.
I jump on the comm link and go, boys, if you're thinking about casting agony spells, can we just wait 15 minutes to get this fucking
We're just sitting
done?
in a car waiting. I mean...
But I can do it just through the window.
We know.
Guys, on the comm link, I'll kiss everyone's balls. Just wait. Wait a second.
I go on the comm link and say, Mercy, would you go kiss the doctor's balls and fucking have him lay low for a second? We just kiss everybody's balls so we can just get Anthony Spaguli out of here. Arturo Spaguli.
The thing is, it's an empty offer, but it usually works.
Why is it an empty offer?
Because I've never actually kissed any balls.
Why haven't you kissed any balls before?
I why would anyone just kiss balls? I mean, if anything, it's just to show that I'm subservient, and I'm not. I mean, it's something that turns guys on.
I feel like kissing balls is its own reward.
Will you show me how to kiss ball? Will you kiss the doctor's balls?
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you.
But only. Okay, I walk up to the doctor. And I say, "Doctor, I'm gonna kiss your balls, and I'm gonna do it for one reason." Because we're going to find out the importance of kissing balls, the ratio of ball kissing to payoff, where you don't have to jump in and cast agony spells and make
Eve. Woman to woman, you're going to blow my cover. Getting your balls kissed, I don't think is actually that great. It's just something I say. Please don't. But don't just. If you start kissing balls, then the deflation of ball.
But you said you've never kissed balls before. How do you know what the
No, I know because I never had to.
Well, what if she's good at it?
We're not doing it because we have to. We're doing it because
I mean, you kiss all the balls you want, but you don't have to do a study about how worthless it is to have your balls kissed.
Spencer, is there a way for me and Mercy to talk privately on the comlink, or is it always over the whole?
I'm just
you can
sensing a lot
switch
of
to a
chaos.
Okay, Mercy.
What the fuck?
Mercy, this is. Mercy, this is Eve on a direct message.
Hello?
Hey, hi.
Mercy?
Yeah.
You got me. This is just Eve.
I think they went off channel.
Can you keep a secret?
Yeah, girl. If
You got to promise me, Mercy, you can keep a secret.
Who
Yeah, of
can
course.
hear me? Check.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? All right.
All right,
Believe me, before they went dark,
on the
I've heard
private
plenty.
line.
I think
Mercy, I'm not doing this for you. I'm not doing this for the mission. I'm doing this because I want to kiss the doctor's balls.
I think that's beautiful and
what do you think they're
powerful,
talking
and
about?
I think that's great. And if you don't have to talk to me about it, but if you want to tell me about it, you can.
I think
Godspeed.
I deserve to be heard in this conversation. What if I don't want my balls kissed? And what do you get out of it if you do kiss my balls?
you can hear them?
I just know you get the shame of
I
not
go
wanting your
offline.
balls kissed.
Where am I and where is the doctor?
You guys are all
I'm in the
the
car.
truck. Yeah,
Okay.
in the car.
I just start kissing the doctor's balls.
We're all just in a car, right? Aren't we just in a car? This is like prom night in Milwaukee.
Wait, Eve, can you explain? Like, did you unzip his pants and then cradle his balls out of his pants?
Yes, yes, precisely. Precisely.
What did you do with his dick? Did you touch his dick?
The dick has nothing to do with what I'm doing. This is simply about me.
You just fished his balls out like a goldfish bag at a carnival.
Hey guys, we're all in the same car. Watch me work. It's one elf, one doctor, two.
It's just as rewarding.
Two balls. Let me fucking do my thing, and I start gently kissing the doctor's balls.
All right.
I placed my order about 15 minutes ago. I just wondering if there's any progress on the barricade.
I would like to take this moment to say that I really appreciate all the work that Spencer does and all the work that he puts into these
Thank you.
things. He does a great job.
You don't think that when he writes the maps and the descriptions
he
of
was
different
like,
rooms, and then we spend a half hour kissing balls, that he's not like, phew, I got a week off. I'm certain that he's like, yeah. All right.
It's all good.
All right.
It's
So I'm kissing the doctor's balls.
I mean, yeah. What does the doctor have to say about that, right?
Well, I thought I gave up. I thought I had an opinion, but I guess I don't, so I'm just going with it.
Doctor, I'm kissing your balls. And it's up to you, Dr. Friend, whether you... I'm just trying to prove a point, whether we could have gone in and kissed this guy's balls and got him out of here.
What? Wait, he still insists that there was a
this
point.
Was about your wants and your needs.
Guys, truth be told, I just want to kiss his balls.
You don't say.
I can't. Now I'm just sucking them. Now I'm just fucking... Now I got both balls in my mouth at the same time. And now I'm just fucking... I'm really fucking going at it.
I know I'm not on this link, but how is it that you're talking?
Can you say what you just said again, but as if you had the doctor's balls in your
both
mouth?
balls in your mouth. And by both balls, I mean one scrotum. Using
That
a
sounds
nose soft.
like a leaf blower.
Oh God!
I'm gonna make a perimeter. I get out of the car. And there's like a dolly shot of me walking down the street with the car in the background, and I'm just like, shadow runs. I don't know.
It sounds like there are cicadas in the trees.
There's too much shadow on this one.
Your wife's blowjobs are like cicadas.
Spencer,
they come every few years.
Spencer, while I'm sucking the doctor's balls, I cast a butterfly spell, and I cast 2 butterflies to tickle both of his balls from the side while I'm sucking his balls.
Are those?
No, I start licking his butt, but I cast 2 I cast 2 magic butterflies. I cast force 4 butterflies. To tickle his balls while I'm licking his butt.
Not to overwhelm you, but I find a playground. I'm just like, I got my fingers through the chain link, and I'm just watching children play, and I'm just like, and the story on my face is like of a man who thought that he knew what darkness was.
I conjure 2 force 4 butterflies.
Like,
Also, don't exhaust the doctor because you might need him to revivify you for further action.
He won't be exhausted. He'll be vivified.
Has it been 20 minutes?
it has.
Strangely enough, here is my burger.
I unconjure the butterflies and go, guys, let's just get on with it. Just trying to kill some time.
Okay, so 20 minutes, as explained, rolls by, and yet no one... actually, no, 20 minutes can't go by because you're still being held up by the fry cooks, DeMorge. You have guns pointed at you still. That hasn't been happening for 20 minutes. That'd be ridiculous. Right. So what are you doing with these guns pointed at you?
Let me use the mind probe.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, man, do I understand what's going on?
I think you're at a playground.
Well, yeah, but I mean, can I hear? All right, okay.
Hey guys, where's Nightblade? Where'd he go?
I'm at a playground.
Why are you at a playground?
For the sake of balance, man. Fucking tonal balance. All right.
I was about to balance his balls with 2 butterflies.
Yeah, and I'm balancing. You're balancing, man. You guys, come out on a shadow run. Come on, we'll go make some BTL chips. Ball licking. Shit. Hey, Hordegaard, there's an anti-gun rule at the Burger Timer. You got to get out of there. Give your guns to the guy.
This is true. Without turning my back on the individuals with guns pulled, hands raised, yes, I walk backwards. I give them a smile. This is very difficult for me, so I'll need the doctor later.
Can we see that smile?
Yeah, that happens. You walk out of the Burger Timer.
And I'm saying to them, gentlemen, and I'm taking as much time as I can because I've also ordered a burger.
Well, you haven't. You can't order a burger with weapons. They're not letting you.
I'm backing out of the place.
You back out successfully.
I am outside of the place.
You sure are.
How are we time-wise with the 20 minutes?
20 minutes passes, and no one comes out. You think maybe something's gone awry.
Hey,
right.
Mercy, didn't he say that he was going to come out if you licked his balls or kissed his
Look, I
balls?
know you're high and mighty because you got to lick some balls.
I didn't.
But no, he has not come out. He has not come out.
All right, I'm going to go check the back. I'm at
Wait,
the playground. What?
I run back into the restaurant.
Okay.
What's going on in there?
Just nothing. Just he's sitting. He's done eating.
Okay.
He's reading a newspaper.
Oh my God! There are two girls that were in a car accident outside.
Oh no, were those two girls that wanted me for your bachelor party?
No. Two children got in a car accident. We all watched them and we're too drunk to help them. Please come help.
Doesn't sound like my bag.
What a fucking asshole! Like what?
I'm gonna head to the Burger Tyrant from the playground.
Okay.
But going around, is there a back entrance?
There is, but it seems super locked.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy won't come out for two children in a car accident?
No, he's a mobster.
And it's the future. If you think
Mobsters
the present is selfish.
Right. But if I've learned anything from grandfather, the Godfather. Sorry. It was an accident.
But the Godfather, he was so grand, wasn't he?
That was the mafia in the 70s. Like, yeah. I mean, it's
Okay.
only gotten worse. The burgers he's eating are probably made of children.
Well, they're krill
Too
protein.
soon?
No, but the organized crime is all about code, right? And you protect children, and you protect the little girls, and they have dances, and you have to buy their
The
dresses.
organized crime movies that we've seen play out a particular story, which is that organized crime, much like capitalism itself, like is slowly eroded by its own code, which is profit above all else.
Okay.
So what starts as the Black Hand in Sicily and it becomes La Cosa Nostra turns into just a bunch of business people.
Okay. I walk out and I come back in again and I say, 2 Ponzi schemes got in a car accident.
That's crazy.
Can I use my grapple gun to Batman up to the roof of the Burger Tyrant?
Yeah.
I mean, you laugh, but this is my style.
I get it.
This is what I do.
That's why I laugh.
I'm like a cat. I find higher ground. I come down from up above. So let me know when I'm up there. Let me know what my options are.
You're up there. There's some small fist-sized pipes for ventilation.
Fist-sized.
Yeah, not people-sized.
All right. Nothing cinematically sized?
No, I'm afraid not.
All right, fine. Going back down.
Yeah. Okay.
Reality check.
Is it
Trope called.
Well, it's it's not much ventilation in a Burger Tyrant.
Of course not. Why would there be? I don't know.
Would it be prohibitive for me to go use my an alternate identity as a security guard?
Yeah, but you still look the same.
Exactly. So, secondly, is it possible that the doctor could give me another skin?
I think the troll skin is just something he has. If he could disguise it.
I go in the comm link and I ask our whole team, why is it so hard to get one guy out of a fucking burger place?
It's not a helpful question.
We have to be able to get one guy out of a burger place. Let's just muscle up and go get this guy.
I have organized. How do I use my organized crime skill to get him out? Can I use that? Also, under qualities, it says moderate egg allergy. That's not a quality.
That is absolutely a quality.
It's what made me want to work for you. When I get a turn.
What was the other question?
Organized crime. How do I use my organized
you could
crime
use your
skill?
knowleding of organized crime to learn stuff. I mean, what do you want to learn
Can I use
about?
that? I want to learn how to lure this guy outside. Using my organized crime knowledge.
Nothing.
That's like looking up a walkthrough for a video game.
For me.
What?
A moderate egg allergy.
Would it be possible for me to inflict the agony spell on you, not the guys with the guns, but on you?
The dungeon master?
Not you, not you, but the guy we're trying to get out.
Sure.
I put the agony spell on him. When he goes down screaming in agony, I come rushing in saying, I'm a doctor. Get out of the way.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Now we're fucking talking.
That's what I'm talking about. So I put the spell on him.
Right. Well, how does that go? I mean, let's not...
Because he's yours?
Let's not shortchange the audience on the agony spell.
Inside joke from Hornigon.
So I roll down the window of the truck.
Actually, do you mind if can I hold on? I mean, I just want to get this on video.
We're recording.
Oh, yeah, I know, but not from this angle.
Okay.
Okay.
You fire off the agony spell and it lances through the window and hits him right in his dumb suit. He goes down, writhing around in what looks like agony.
Isn't there a verbal component to the spell, though? I feel like there's a verbal component.
Ramada! Osama!
All right.
Is that good?
I guess I should just let things that make me happy go. I just remember that first week you just going agony.
Oh,
agony.
I don't remember that, but anyway, okay.
Ragmaga Osama is very accurate.
No, that's much better. And here I am, Daffy Duck in it.
Whatever it is. So, okay, so it's done.
Yeah.
He's down on the floor in agony. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. Out of the way. Let him breathe.
Are you carrying your weapons?
No,
Okay.
I'm not. I'm carrying my bag.
All right. Fair enough.
So I kneel down. I give him an injection. He passes out. I need help. Somebody, you men with guns, help me get him out to our truck. I'll get him to the hospital.
Oh, yeah, we'll help you out.
Okay.
We'll help you right out.
Might I, in the meantime, run to the van and bring it to this portal?
What?
The door, to bring it closer.
Oh, yeah, just like bring it up. Bring it around.
ready.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Is the door of the restaurant a portal?
It's a portal.
It's a
Yeah,
portal.
technically yes.
I'm going to try to pick the lock on the back door.
Okay.
Just because I'm a completist.
With just the lockpick?
I go to the playground. I want to find out what all the fuss is about over that playground.
I go to the back and I start painting myself with cold grease. I'm sorry, that's what I did. I'm sorry, that's what I'm doing.
I can't wait to go to Arby's after the show.
We can do that.
This
Cheat
is cheat
day.
day.
That's the greatest sidebar in RPG history.
I guess I do know what you said that reminded me of that. Just covering yourself in grease. I was like, I can't wait to go to Arby's. I love you so much.
Enabling.
We just rub pizza. Let's just watch Empire and we just have pepperoni dripping down our face. All right. But let's finish this up first.
You can't pick the lock because it's not a pickable lock. It's one of them mag locks.
Story of my life. All right, let's go.
All right, the van, the truck comes around. Yeah. Well, I guess it's a car. Whatever. It comes around. You and the thug guys, they drag the unconscious friend out, or not friend, Arturo, out into the street where they just kind of leave him. They don't care so much. They just kind of drop him outside and go back inside.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. So we lift him up into the truck.
Okay. That happens.
I leave the door open. I jump out. The car is still running. I help assist in this, loading him into
I
the
head
vehicle.
back around front.
So Arturo is passed out?
Yeah.
Okay. I unzip his pants.
There's no need to.
I make sure. No, this is me.
There's
is just
no
me.
code.
I make sure that no one's around.
A deal is a deal.
I just want to know what it's like.
Well,
and
I just want to know what it's like. So I fish out his balls like a bag.
There are people around, though.
What the fuck?
There are people around.
I'm walking back from the playground back to the car, and I see this happening, and I'm starting to thumbs up it.
What are you doing?
Well, if people are around, I wanted it to just be my own self-discovery.
Mercy.
Yeah. Ooh, what? Ugh, I'm awake. I must have been daydreaming.
Mercy.
What? I'm holding balls. I put them back inside. I zip it up. Sorry, sometimes I have dreams.
This is all something I've seen before, so I leave and I'm in the driver's seat waiting to drive away.
Hey, listen, man. I gotta tell you guys. Like, I go on shadow runs because I'm a wanted man without a past, no future. This ball shit, it's like a whole different level for me. You're asking me to go deeper and, like, darker.
All right, well, Nightblade, why don't you give us a list of your limitations, and we'll try to follow it.
You don't have to high road me when you're the one.
I only for fun
because the balls.
Knowing right now that we have Arturis Baguli, we're almost done accomplishing our mission just for fun.
This was an easy one.
Yeah, I cast Force 4 stun bolts on Nightblade.
What the fuck?
They unzip his pants and conjure 2 butterflies.
Hodegaard puts the car in park.
Cliffhanger!
What? All right. Thanks, Curtis Armstrong, for coming back.
Curtis Armstrong, everybody.
He'll be back next week, right? You're coming back.
Fuck. You have to come back now. Erin McGathy, DeMorge Brown, Spencer Crittenden. I'm Jeff Davis. Your mayor, Dan Harmon, everybody. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we asked a lot of questions. Happy Easter. Happy birthday, Jesus.
It's not his birthday.
Isn't it?
It's just coming out.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.